I bet you already know what I'm going to be talking about in this video. Hello, welcome to Enifale TV. I'm Chinwe. If this is your first time on my channel, thank you so much for stopping by. And if you enjoyed this video, do subscribe and turn on your notifications so that you can get updates whenever I upload my weekly videos. But if this is not your first time, it's good to have you back. And if you keep coming back but you're not yet subscribed, just do it so you can get notified when I upload my weekly videos. And that's after you turn on your notification. Entrepreneurship in Nigeria. Is it worth it? Is it worth it? Is it really worth it? Yeah, this topic is one that is very, very close to my heart, and I'm sure a lot of people feel the same way I feel about entrepreneurship in Nigeria. I've done previous videos where I described what entrepreneurship was, but in this video, I'm going to give you an updated, when you collect definition of what entrepreneurship is all about, especially in the Nigerian context. So, hear it now. In the general sense, entrepreneurship is about looking for problems and creating solutions for it. So, entrepreneurs are basically innovators, creatives, all these serious people that just make things happen in the general term. So that's what entrepreneurship is all about. But in Nigeria, entrepreneurship is hustle. Yeah, I said it. It's out there. Don't you agree? As an entrepreneur in Nigeria, you are a hustler. You are a what? A hustler. And by hustle, I don't mean you're hustling looking for problems to create solutions. No, you're hustling to feed. You're hustling to get by. You're hustling to have roof over your head. You're hustling to clothe yourself. You're hustling to send something to your parents or your younger ones. You're a hustler. You're hustling to feed your family. So as an entrepreneur in Nigeria, it's not about looking for problems, do you understand, and creating solutions. You're looking for where the money will come out from. It's true we're trying to create something. At the end of the day, we're innovating. We're innovating different ways to make money. But in the true sense of entrepreneurship, at least where it is in the Western world, Nigerians find it very, very hard. I don't know if it's like this in other African countries, but an entrepreneur in Nigeria, if you can make it as an entrepreneur in Nigeria, you can make it anywhere in the world. It's chicken change other places in the world, because it is not easy here. Doing business in Nigeria is like eating in hellfire. When we were younger, my mom told me this story about how they eat in hellfire. It's one of the things she told us so that we don't do bad things and then end up going to hellfire. So she said that in hellfire, there's food though, quite alright. But they'll give everybody very long fork and long spoon, and then the food is in the middle, inside one small plate like that, and all of you have to feed from that. So with that your very long spoon, when you're trying to scoop from it, by the time it gets to your mouth, maybe someone has already hit it down, and once it falls, the fire will burn it. So it's not like there's no food there, but by the time that food gets to your mouth, you will sweat. You will hustle. So I guess that's a very good description of doing business in Nigeria as an entrepreneur. Every business started with entrepreneurship, but the entrepreneurship I'm talking about, one-man business, sole proprietor, Instagram seller. That's the kind of business I'm talking about. Because I've interacted with a lot of business people. I work with startups a lot. I work with single entrepreneurs. I also work with businesses, but mostly the people I work with are entrepreneurs. So I get what they see. Even me on my own, I know I've had my own fair share of the hustle life. So what I'm saying is here. It's from here. I know what I'm talking about. So that's why when I see small businesses spring up in Nigeria, I am more than proud of them. I am so proud of them. They got through all those phases. And some of them are even still going through all the struggle and all the hustle. But it's just a really proud thing to see a small business, starting from the bottom, entrepreneurship, and make it to that point where they can actually create a structure and have an international business, or at least a recognizable national business. Compared to Nigeria, doing business in the Western world is like ABC. Because a friend was telling me the other day about his friend in the Western world that started the same type of business he was doing. He said that when his friend was giving him the whole process he had to go to start his business, he was just like, oh no, child, why is Nigeria like this? He said that the guy got loan, got all the resources he needed, the government provided, and even when his business started, they gave him a list of customers. Government gave him a list of people that he can call and tell them, see, I sell my business in case you want me to supply you, I can supply you. And this government I'm talking about is commissioner level, state level and all those. What am I even saying state level? This PAMSEC, this for under commissioners, in states. That's the level of government that even gives you a list of customers in your area that you can start selling to. Like, you really don't have to go and start begging them and forcing all your family and friends to buy from you. Like, they give you a list of customers. They give you loan. They give you property. They give you training. Online, you have a lot of things. Like, I'm so happy for the internet because the internet has opened my eyes to a lot of things. Like, there is nothing you want in this world that is not online. Even human parts. I did not say that one, but just try, you might just find. But anyways, like, it's so easy in the Western world, and I keep asking myself, is it that we're doing it wrong? But no, we're not doing it wrong. I guess we're just dealt with different cards, because as an entrepreneur in Nigeria, they'll tell you, oh, even myself, I've said it, when you have an idea, you conceive the idea, you write it down, you develop a plan for it, you develop strategies, you do your market visibility, you start small, lean startup and all those wash they taught us in school. It's valid, but in Nigeria, you need more than school to do business in Nigeria. The government that is handing lists of customers to people in the Western world. In Nigeria, the government is frustrating you. But the purpose of this video is not for me to sit here and complain about how hard it is to do business in Nigeria. I think the purpose of this video is just to remove cap for all the entrepreneurs in Nigeria, because if you are doing business in Nigeria, you deserve a pat on the back. My dear, it is not easy. And the craziest thing about doing business in Nigeria is that our income does not match our expenses. Let me break it down to you. When I say our income does not match our expenses, is the money that people earn in Nigeria is not in correlation with the average market price. Like, a civil servant that is earning about 50,000 naira, a family man earning like 50,000 naira monthly, has to pay school fees of at least 60,000 naira. And that's if it's government school or not private school. That's school fees alone. And then you have to pay rent for at least 150,000. This man is earning 50,000 naira. So when someone is getting that kind of income and the expenses doesn't match it, when you go to market, by the time you buy a bag of rice and buy groundnut oil, your salary has finished. So it drives me crazy that, or maybe just the market price is just insane. The inflation in Nigeria is just insane because it doesn't match what people earn. If we're living in a country where people were earning about 500,000 naira average, and then you're spending 120,000 naira on an average school fees, and your house rent is 150,000 naira, at least even after making all those expenses, you still have some money remaining. Let me give you the average salary, 80,000 naira, and I'm not even joking. Civil service job, private companies, let's forget multinational companies and all those NGOs, but the average salary in Nigeria is like within 80,000 to 120. And before you even get to 80,000 naira, you have to be a graduate. Well, everybody's a graduate. And then 120 is because of the bank, so that's why the average is within that bracket. So in a country where the average salary is from 80,000 to 120,000 naira, and yet 5,000 naira cannot do anything for you, even as a single person, I think it's just being a Nigerian is not easy, or just living in Nigeria is not easy, because it's crazy. How did we get here? I really hope that things change, because it has to change, because it doesn't make sense. Either the average salary increases, either money flows into the economy in a way that enters people's pockets, or prices have to come down, because it doesn't make sense. There's no way as a single person I'll carry 10,000 naira and enter the market to buy food stuff, and I won't be able to buy anything. By the time I buy milk and Milo, my money has finished. Yeah, I know I'm exaggerating, but the exaggeration is not even that much, because it's true. Do you understand? So yeah, that got me thinking. Is it now to get a job or do business? I don't blame people that say they just want to get their own job and know that something is entering. I don't blame our parents that are so caught up with the idea of job security, just have something coming in every month, because they know what that something has done for them over the years. Because as an entrepreneur in Nigeria, you don't know where your next meal is coming from. You don't know where your next client is coming from. Even if you are doing Facebook ad and Instagram ad all year long, you still don't know where it's coming from, because people will call you and price you and tell you their address and tell you they're sending the money the next minute, and you won't hear from them again because they probably don't have the money, or they're doing DIY at home. So yeah, is it even worth it? Is it for people to now go and get jobs? And even when you get the job doesn't even pay enough. And I think it boils down to the fact that the salary of the average Nigerian cannot do anything inside the market. Inflation is just crazy. But the funny thing, and also miraculous thing about Nigeria, is that upon how hard things are, people still find a way to get by. Because that man that earns 50,000 naira every month still sends his children to school, still clothes, still pays for rent. They still find a way to do it. And amazes me. So share your thoughts with me in the comment section below. Is entrepreneurship in Nigeria worth it? Would you rather get a job, private company or civil service? And the truth is that civil service jobs should actually be paying more in Nigeria because Nigeria is a rich country. In the Western world, most of them don't even want to start a business because their government can take care of them, they can access loan anytime. Their country is making money. So once you're in that civil service, even if it's a private company, somehow, the government is giving you money every month. Like, they are dividing the national cake. So I really believe that the civil service should be paying more than it's doing now because Nigeria is a rich country. Do you understand? And for the private companies, I can understand why they'll be hustling to pay a graduate 50,000 naira because at the end of the day, they have to pay what they can afford. But for the government, you have no right to pay somebody less than 300,000 naira because Nigeria is a rich country. We have a lot of commissions, we have a lot of ministries, we have a lot of bodies in Nigeria that are supposed to be doing something, that are supposed to be putting structures in place, building hospitals, building roads, building schools, developing key industries, hiring people, like just putting money in the economy. But for some reason, all those commissions just sit down there and sign money off and just eat it, and then the country is the way it is. Because honestly, it's not as if the structures are not there. If you get the list of ministries in Nigeria and commissions in Nigeria, your eyes will pop out. I'm telling you. You see how many commissions that are chopping money in this country. So when I see a civil servant earning 50,000 naira, their level 8 is like 50,000 naira, then level 9 is like 60,000 naira or so. I guess like it's within that bracket, like from 50 to 60,000 naira. And it doesn't make sense. And mind you, the people that are paying 60,000 naira are the people that have master's degree. Then BSc holders are 50,000 naira. Why? A civil servant of an oil producing country. Come on, we can do better than that. So this thing I'm talking about, like, it's paining me somehow because now I'm processing it well. Like, it doesn't add up. It doesn't add up why a civil servant will be earning less than 200,000 naira, even if you are just HND or OND holder or just BSc holder. It does not make sense. I hope for a Nigeria that gives people the opportunity to be where they want to be. I hope for a Nigeria that gives people the opportunity to choose whether they actually want to be an entrepreneur or work with a system. I hope for a Nigeria where people don't feel like their hands are tied, where they feel like they are choosing between the devil and the deep blue ocean. Like, it doesn't make sense. Nigeria should be a lot better than that. Entrepreneurship in Nigeria should be about creating, should be about innovating. Do you understand? Because Nigeria is like a virgin country. There's a lot of things that we can be doing here. There's a lot of companies, manufacturing that can be going on in this country. But because the structures are not being utilized, hear me out, the structures are there, but they are not being utilized. There are people hired in those organizations, budgets are created for them, but they are not being utilized. So I want a Nigeria where people want to create because they want to create. I want a Nigeria where people want to work for somebody because they want to work for somebody. Not that they are working for someone because they want to just get by. That's why entrepreneurship in Nigeria is just in shambles. Entrepreneurship in Nigeria is about surviving, hustling. Because honestly, whether you have an office in Wuse 2, doing your own thing, whatever you are, there's no difference between you and that arbory standing by the park. All of you are hustling for your money. Like, you're not solving any problem. You're hustling to get by. Because entrepreneurship is a lot more creative than what it is in Nigeria. And I believe that Nigerians have the potential to actually be those world-class entrepreneurs. Yes, we do, because when we go outside the country, we do wonders. So there's no reason why we shouldn't be doing that in this country. And I don't like being among the people that points to government, but I think I just have to point to the government because, I mean, what are we doing? What are we doing? Like, why does it always have to be between the devil and the deep blue ocean? It doesn't have to be that way. We have the right to options. God has blessed Nigeria that we have a lot of raw materials, we have a lot of natural resources, we have a lot of investors that want to pour money into this country. But it's like, entrepreneurship should be fun. Do you understand? And fun in the way that even if you don't have it all figured out, you are enthusiastic about the future, you're enthusiastic about what you're creating. You're not hustling to eat. You're not hustling to have roof over your head. You know that you're an entrepreneur because you chose to be an entrepreneur. And the government, you guys should do something about it. This one, they are forcing us to choose between Buhari and Atiku. It shouldn't be like that. Like, it doesn't have to be two options. It doesn't have to be two options. Like, it doesn't have to be. I got super excited. I'm sorry if it felt like I was shouting. This is something that I'm really passionate about. As in, when I look at entrepreneurs in other countries and creatives, and I look at my country, I mean, why wouldn't I get passionate about it? We deserve better. We deserve better and we deserve better, basically. So yeah, that's my thought about entrepreneurship in Nigeria. I don't think entrepreneurship is what it should be in Nigeria. And we have structures. Those structures deserve to be utilized. The government should do something about it. The people that are put in those places, like, no matter how much you love money, no matter how much you want to stack it up, at least do something. Do something. Do you understand? Do something. Because at the end of the day, we are all living in this Nigeria together. We are all carrying that green passport. Our mates are traveling around the world, but our own passport is as if it chains us to our country because we have bad reputation in other places. It shouldn't be like that. Life can be a lot easier for us in this country, and it doesn't really take much because we have the resources, the structures, the people. We have human resource. You know that more than 50% of Nigerians are youths. Do you know what that level of workforce does for a nation? We have everything. We have everything. Like, why is it not being utilized? I'm just going to end here in this video before I start crying because my voice is beginning to change. That's all I have for you in this video. I hope you found it really useful, or at least I hope it pushed you to think and to open up your mouth and ask questions and say your mind. If you like this video and want to see more of it, I promise you I don't always shout like this in all my videos. But just in case you enjoy seeing my face and watching my mouth open and close, all you have to do is subscribe to my channel and turn on your notifications so that you can get updates whenever I upload my weekly videos. If you enjoyed this video, like and share with your friends. You never know who you might be helping. Thank you so much for watching. See you in my next video.